Hey guys, it's Andy here for another stream. Cause why not? But this one is basically just gonna be me talking to my friend. What is this? Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Ugh! My hair stuck. My hair stuck. Oh, there we go. Long ass hair, bro. We broke into pieces. Mega nickel shot. No, I'm still here, folks. I'm just chilling out.
They pushed him down the hill. On, on, yelled the cars. I've got to stop. I've got to stop, groaned James.
Where's Duck? Duck! Oh.
Saxton lay ahead.
Just kidding.
Something sticky splashed all over James.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Nico's Customs. Today,
Nico, if you watch this, my heart goes out to you, man. You're the best model.
my favorite characters to cover today because he's one of my most favorite characters of books and show. But before we talk about the model, let's go over his history. James is an LNYR Class 28 tender engine with an extended front end pony truck built in 1912. And in some ways, James had a striking resemblance to Edward. Anyways, on James's first day to Sodor, he was having trouble with some trucks when he became a runaway and his brakes set on fire. He couldn't control the trucks and he crashed into a vacant field. After James was rescued and sent to the works, the factory controller decided to give him some nice red paint to make him feel better. And after that, James became the Northwestern Railway's number 5. Alright, let's get on to the model. For the model, I bought a Trackmaster 2 James. Even though it had the incorrect wheel configuration, I was still happy because it really looked like James, so I bought it. So the first thing we'll go over is the front and the main thing I want to talk about, the face. Now I'm split on the face because it just, for me, it doesn't really look like James, in my opinion. I was trying to go for the TV series design, but it doesn't really capture it that much. I do have plans to redesign it, although I might reconsider due to the fact it does have a bit of charm to it. For the white running board, I painted it a nice crisp white, although it is not really nicely painted on, and on the front it's very... I may go back
Dun, 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 dun.
paint on nicely here, and I think it did a pretty good job. Just a bit of touch-up. For the buffers and coupling, I did the same thing, but although they're a bit chipped and a bit messy, I will try to fix those. And just like all the other engines, I gave them that special paint brush up on the side rods to make it look nice while you get on the track. And for the front pony truck, I took a very beaten up Take and Play Thomas and cut off the wheels for the pony truck. Honestly, I think it's nice, although I may replace it with an actual black wheel instead of painting it on. But my James does now have an accurate wheel configuration. The body was really easy because I barely had to do any work to it. The handrails are nicely painted silver, the gold dome, even though it's a little bit messy on the top, it's nicely painted on. The nice gold lining on the firebox and boiler are really nicely done. And the printed details on the splash of the cab just make the model feel unique. Now, just like the body, the tender really didn't need much detailing because it already captured what James looked like. And it just looked really nicely done, and so did the cold detailing on the top. For the back of the tender, I added this small little tail lamp that I may redo in the future. And for the buffers that are really badly chipped, I may have to repaint them soon. Test. Now it's time to talk about the things that I don't like about the model. Now there really isn't much to really complain about the model. I just find the crooked detail of the splasher and cab really bothersome. But those are just nitpicks. This is still a great model in my opinion. Thank you all for tuning in to episode 5 of Nico's Customs, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye!
There's James. Hello to the one person that's watching. I'm live again, I know.
Look all that time. Shut up! Shut up! Both of you, shut up! Holy crap, please shut up! The hell is wrong with you? What do you mean what's wrong with me? Listen to your dumbass, that's what's wrong with me! And I've seen someone that thinks I'm a disrespectful piece of garbage engine who doesn't follow orders, thanks to you!
You already didn't do that anyway, Jay.
Shut up, Henry! Actually, shut up!
Ah, look at this. I knew that heated argument sound was coming from somewhere.
Oh, please, no.
My, let's just take a moment and look at this. This is rich. Hey, Gordon, I'd hurry up if I were you. The express is due soon. Oh, wait, you can't you? Because you're stuck in this shed because you're an idiot. Bringing Henry and James down with you, too. That is unfortunately impressive. Got to say, though, James, I honestly didn't expect you to level with these buffoons. I guess you never truly know an engine, do you?
All right, Thomas, we get that you like to hear the sound of your own voice, but can you, go away?
Please, go away. My dear Henry, this is the first time we've seen each other. You're done to go away. Yeah. Still in the first line of the coach. It's some time to live. I'm used to that at this point. I mean, it's not worth going on strike or something absolutely stupid like that or anything. Well, that express isn't going to fetch itself. I must be going. Bye!
Oh, hey, Pixie.
Just at the station. It's just me.
Hey, Pixie.
Yo,
I'm just here doing another live stream because I'm bored.
okay.
Down side effects. Migraine.
Trouble with this ego.
Hold up.
But also, you kind of know how it is.
Smoking chorus. I know.
On purpose.
Would you? It's fine. Sure. It's interesting. A solid place. It's away. What do you want to use? Problem. Tell me what you is which. What?
Oh. Who
What are you? Sympathetic journal.
is playing Jordan? I'll find him.
It's
9 and 10.
Everybody, welcome to another episode of Ecos Customs. Today, we're talking about my custom home and techniques. Everything I've got an all thing I've been wanting to talk about. Today's the day.
I'm gonna give Duck a primer coat of white. So why not?
Our parents got it.
Right?
That by the fact that you were in 1959 to help the others with the workload because it was beginning to become too much for them. The twins are based off the Caledonian Railway Gates weapons and are adults and their relaxers have gone on team numbers 57646.
Why is there 2 of you? Oh, never mind.
Ladder, numbers, However, the two lieutenants and any scrapes along their drive. First place, McDonald having trouble with the 6 slots, Cook's having trouble with the first hand, and both having trouble with the missing code.
A special coach. Go and bring for me. It's gone. I must find it.
The two didn't want to be separated, as during this time, many steam engines on the mainland were beginning to be sent to scrapyards and cut up to be replaced by Teslas.
Oh, hey, Blaze.
On their side, the twins saved
Andy.
snowdrift during the winter that year. This then
Pixie
the package
just joined, but then, I don't know, he's probably having some mic problems. I'm working on I'm giving him a primer coat,
After this, the Fat Controller decided to keep the twins off and gave them nameplates.
but I'm not going outside, and I'm not doing it in my room either.
Now, before I go into how I built this,
So I'm just gonna give him a primer paint of whites.
However, that has since been relegated to spare parts, as I do want to
You
try
kidding me, bruh?
but because of their prices, I don't really see that happening anytime soon. When I first built the Scottish Twins, they were made using 2 sets of Trackmaster Tube Jamesons. However, back then, I wasn't very experienced when it came to my cutting skills, and due to this, I made a pretty stupid decision, which was basically hot gluing cardboard onto the existing boiler so that the smoke box couldn't be visible. Back then, I thought this was a smart idea. However, as time went on, I soon came to the realization that it looked terrible. Not to mention the crappy job I did on the splashers, the front of the engine where the faces were, those popsicle stick lamps I used to do, the tenders being scratched over those small flatbeds that came with Samsung. Not even mentioning that I cut a hole in the cardboard just so that the dome that you can't even see fits through. And the paintwork on these guys was just awful. I mean, just look at it in these older videos. And yes, I know these are much older models, and you can't expect a lot of them to look honest. But just comparing them to the newer one shows quite the difference a little bit of time and effort can make. That being said, let's talk about the current day models. As I said before, these guys are built with 2 Trackmaster Tube Jamesons, and so are these ones as well. However, this time they were heavily modified to look show accurate. I had to buy 2 more models of James, as I started using to reuse the originals, as when I tried to modify them, the boiler and most of their parts are unsalvageable. Though I was able to save a few parts from them for other engines. Anyhow, the first thing I did was cut off the firebox, faces, funnels, domes, and cut down their templars. Yeah, I wasn't going to be scratchbuilding these things again. Around this time, I ended up taking a very long break from working on customs, along with the twins and a few others I was working alongside. One of them being Oliver. I just wasn't really feeling like making any customs at all at the time. I didn't want to force myself to work on a project if I just wasn't up to it. But I'm glad I did take a break from working on customs, as you'll see when I discuss Oliver in the next episode. But once I was back from my long break, all the parts were sanded down until they were nice and smooth. And then began the process of putting them all together. The fronts of the twins weren't modified too much. However, I extended the front of them by just a smidge and cut out the shape of their small body with cardboard. This was a tedious process to get right twice, but I think it turned out great in the end. I also added the small little thing on the front underneath their faces. Again, I don't really know what these certain training parts are called. And speaking of the faces, I tried to match them as closely as I could with the original ones from the show, and I really think that they turned out great. Fun fact, these were redraws of the same faces I drew for the original ones, before I ended up scrapping them in parts. As for the buffer beams, they were painted in red as always, with the couplings and buffers painted black. And I know the running boards weren't white, but I wanted to do something a little different. Honestly, I liked the white running board. On the side of the engines, there really isn't much detail as the twins generally don't have any lighting on board. However, I made sure to make their splashers and match it up as best as I could to how it was. Their nameplates were put down the side of a piece of cardboard, and I wrote their nameplates on the duplicate. Also, this part of the white models were using cardboard since I had to cut off their original James firepoints. This resulted in the running board having to be cut as well, as I wanted to move the middle splasher back. I also went in and got a few Thomas domes and funnels to replace the original Jamesons, as it was tiny and these look so much better on the twins. I also gave them all the detail of a safety valve. For the cabs, they were just the regular James cabs with painted on details, like the cab windows, which I painted in a dark gray. I also made sure to paint on their whistles. And I also painted their two-tone lighting, which the white could use a little bit of touch-up here and there, but I'm alright with it, though I may go back and fix it at some point. The chassis of the engines are just the regular James wheels with a little added detail on the side ones. Nothing really different here. As I said for the tenders, they were James tenders that were cut down heavily, then sanded afterwards, pleasing print. I made sure to get the general shape of their tenders using cardboard, and afterwards added a piece of cardboard on top of the big hole that was left from where the original coal was. I then proceeded to add details like the water caps using the end of hockey sticks and creating coal with the hot glue. I will say it turned out much better on Donald than it did with Douglas, but I won't make it did. Just like the lining of the cab,
Hello.
might turn out too good, but it's not really a big deal, and I'll probably go back and fix it later. And I think the numbers came out perfect. The buffer beam and buttons were painted in respectful colors, and then I called the models complete. Alright, now time to see these guys in action. If I had to choose something that I'm just not happy with on the model, it would honestly just be the lining on the tender, cab, and the safety valve. I feel that I could have done a bit better with the lining on these guys, and I think I could have done a bit better on the safety valve too. But those can be fixed in the future, and these guys look great either way. And so those were my Donald and Douglas models. I was originally going to talk about each twin in their own respective episode, like talking about Donald in episode 9, Douglas in episode 10. But it felt unnecessary since they're literally the same, and I'd be talking about the same points. And besides, it's better to talk about them both instead of separating the two. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
And so I took it along for a little bit of the old punchback. Everybody, ready to play the rap? Yeah, yeah. Give it to what? What is it?
Hey. Hey, Jones. You can join if you wanna, but
Okay, so should I have left you at Parks to sink? It's ATM, and that's news. It's Logan's cheese what I figure back all night long. I'm a direct report. What? Sure, just ATM. It's like
Papa. So, Papa.
Ice cream.
Ow.
Assistant for every user. Alongside each other.
I am watching this.
This is strange. This is fresh.
Huh, you're right. It's a very clever observation from you, Thomas.
Yeah, I already know I'm smart. You didn't need to point that out, but thank you for noticing anyways.
You're welcome. So, Thomas, are you doing anything this weekend?
No, not really.
Oh, all right. I was just wondering if you wanted to,
I'm entertaining the board until his guard shot an accident. And then one of you to order this brace forever, and another to roll help him out. Okay, sail out. Ready.
How both this?
if you don't mind me asking. Gordon's a very big and heavy engine. Do you think you could send another engine along with me, just in case?
You'll be fine by yourself, James.
Maybe, but also maybe not. I mean, you know how these rescue operations can go sometimes. Personally, though, I think I'd be a lot more comfortable if I went along with another engine.
All right. If you insist.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Over here, please. Hey, Bob, what is it? Gordon's had an accident at the Fenland truck today, and I need you and James to go and rescue him. Well, we have work to do. Go do.
And hello to you too, Gordon. It seems you still haven't fixed your manners yet.
Listen, administration for 2 hours on the street. It's of the sun. I expect to get no. You know, you could at least. I get what you're asking, but came up quick and I feel good. But I'm waiting for that work. I'm sure you know. Yes. So, what happened again? It's your driver. He's usually hanging around you. So, where'd he go now? We went to the nearest station to put the driver. I see. Not even your driver wants to be around you.
Hey.
Preston. Okay. What is that guy doing? I'm coming up to go to pull him back on the track. That's not the bad thing. Yeah, but
Hello.
Hmm. Bro, guess what?
Yeah.
He's back.
What?
Mr. Diddy with Miss Moner.
Oh, oh God.
Yes, him. Blake is back.
Oh shit.
Yep. And I saw him. Literally. I was on Raymond's stream because I joined for barely see what they were doing. They were chill. But then, like, literally an hour later or so, Blake comes in and tell
Really?
and was,
Stream?
huh?
Raven's stream?
Yeah, Raymond. It was like the latest one. Because she was helping Jazz with, like, his Roblox game or something. I'm working on James and Duck. I gave Duck a primer of white paint for no reason. And then I'm cleaning and sanding down Jane. Anyways, like an hour later, he just comes in and telling, "What are you do? What this and that and third." And then literally after Blake left and all that, bro.
I made this. Drake. Blake
Didn't
the
you get
Drake.
that from? Didn't you get that from Blake? One of Blake's posts? Cause I saw that.
Yeah,
Well,
I did.
well, throwing up at his channel. All right, now that's dry.
Easy edit.
Yeah. Come on, James. I need to get you. Need to get your primer. Gotta get your primer. Kill myself. And then Jackson or the workshop. Yep, himself. The workshop came in and then was just like talking to Rayma. And then Rayma just ended the stream there after that because he was tired and he wanted to go to sleep. Rayma's a boy, but they mostly call them a girl. So, are you still modeling?
Maybe, but
You should model like an
the
you should model like a E2 tank engine. You should model like a E2 Thomas.
just five times.
Oh, you're eating. I clean me truck. egg. Wait, where are you? What time is it there?
It's 8:31
Damn!
a.m.
Why does everyone get the good time periods? It's literally 12:31 a.m. over here in the U.S.
It's actually 8:31 a.m. for me in the Middle East.
What?
In the Middle East.
Middle East, okay.
Hold on. I'm getting a call. Be right back.
Anyways, yeah. I know I'm trying to stay out of the frame so I don't get clipped. That's what he looks like with his glasses on. This is what James looks like. The black on the side is for like. Okay, so for the black is for what's on the side? Cause I got inspired by another friend's old Ideal James livery or others, and I wanted to do that. So he's gonna give me a picture of that later. Later. Brr. So yep. Yep. Once I get done with this tender, I'm doing James first. Actually, but you know what? Actually, I still have some more time. I can save stuff. Please don't leave me. I don't want to be left alone again. If you leave one, there's like two people who joined the stream but then left because they got bored apparently. First it was Pixie Production, something like that, and then it was Blaze's Workshop or Scrapyard Productions, I think. And he left. Alright, gonna close up shop.